Now then, so Math, how are we doing? World Sim Series MX5 Cup Season 2 for me. Round 2, Race 5. Lime Rock Park. So in the last race I concluded that I was going to turn traction control off. And I did. And it has helped me recover the slides, which I figured it would do. But it hasn't liberated any power going around corners, so I can only assume that will be limited slip that's doing that. It's a little bit faster. But two big changes. I didn't realise that auto clutch was turned off, and I didn't realise that auto blip was even permitted. So both of those turned on, and I have a toggle for traction control now. As a result, I went and did some practice. As you can see, 57.9. I did that on the third lap. That's how much I was being hampered by basically not having a clutch. And that's what I've been complaining about all this time, is not having a clutch. 57.9, I could do better. I don't think I actually scored a better time that went red because I went off the track, but I could do better. I was pushing a lot. You know, it's free practice. What else are you going to do? Trying to keep heat in all four tyres is still very difficult, but I'm better at keeping heat in the offside right rear. I would say offside. It's not. It's not offside because you're not in Britain. Or you might be in Britain. Anywho, yeah, 57.9 within 3 laps. Pretty encouraged with that one. I'm still yet to get down to 56s, but, you know, I'm more competitive now than I thought I was ever going to be able to be yesterday. Anyway, 3 minutes worth of practice. We're up against some stiff competition in this particular race. This was 3 minutes worth of people getting in, and someone managed to do a 58.3. To be fair, I could probably do a 58.3 now anyway. Into qualies, Sergio Turrent with a 56.9. Yep, up against stiff competition. The top 5 covered with 57s, and I qualied 4th. Just behind, 0.3 of a second behind Navaldo Mayer, who is pretty much my yardstick from day one. You know, the first guy that I raced against, and that I realised that I wasn't slow, and I was like, oh my god, he's in the top 4. Behind that, there's a bunch of other people that would do it. One guy low 58s, and other people doing one person mid 58s, and the others, maybe they didn't get clean laps, or maybe they're just not particularly well practiced. Anyway, now that you might imagine I have more control over my vehicle and I can go a bit faster and get a better lap time, enjoy this one. Now then, lots of anxiety. I have traction control on right now. I'm going to turn it off after 2 laps. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. Too much boof. Need to respect the cold tyres. least I'm not the only one. Okay, traction control off. Still not quite warm enough. Come along now, John. Oh, shitting. Hopefully it's not all broke. Something ain't quite right on this car right now. What's this guy doing? Who is it? Nicholas Laffen. Where is he? There he is. Ah, for fuck's sake! I ain't getting in the way of anyone's actual race. Well, this ain't gone entirely correctly, has it? Go on, dude. I ain't getting in the way of you. This thing ain't happy, it goes into right hand corners really nicely. Lauren Fernandinho. One. I don't have to look behind me anymore. So, yeah, sorry. I mean, okay, fine. Finished 9th, did get 2 points, but 2 points is not better than the previous 2 points I've had in another race anyway. I forgot to turn my phones on to quiet, hopefully they don't make more noise. Yeah. I mean, spinning out on the first lap was irritating. It was quite irritating, and it sort of jilted me. But also, I wasn't expecting to be absolutely magnificent in that race because I'd spent hours driving a car without a clutch, and this one had a clutch and some piece of brain equipment that would make my right foot do an accelerator when it needed to as well. So I wasn't expecting to be overly competitive, especially against that field, but I did want to get midfield. 9th better than not, but whatever. I wasn't going to get in the way of anyone else's races. That probably cost me 1 position. I probably could have got Nicholas Lafton, who only finished 3 seconds ahead of me by the look of it. Oh no, that's the last lap. God knows where he finished then. But I probably could have caught up with that and got 8th. But by that point, my car was already broken. However, the race did highlight places where I can improve, and that's the purpose of this analysis section. Braking into T1. Now that I'm able to change down to 3rd, I'm not having to rely on 4th and try to force it around the corner. I think I can brake later into that corner that I'm currently doing and trail brake around it better. But I'm not going to be able to do that sustainably, reliably with the brake pedal that I've got now. To explain, right, it has an amount of travel. And by the time it gets to about maybe 3/5, 2/3 worth of travel, according to the software, it's already on 100% travel. And it's not just the gamma in the game, it's the actual pedal itself. The pedal itself is falsely reporting its positioning. Hang on, I just need to stop my cat from doing whatever she's doing. Sorry. So whilst I can, through muscle memory, remember exactly the positioning of my foot, and that's why I'm wearing a pair of pumps that are 1 size too small, so that my foot is always exactly the same size. And I will slowly but surely get there. I can't do it through feel at all. And that is the secret to quality, reliable braking, is to do it through pressure sensitivity in your foot rather than trying to remember positioning in your foot, particularly if you're left foot braking, which is what I'm doing in my current arrangement of equipment, which is really, really Frankenstein. So yeah, I think there's probably about half a second to be gained there. I think I should be aiming to be coming out of that corner changing up to fourth, rather than changing to fourth just before I change down to third to go into the next left-hander anyway. There's probably a few tenths in the long section following that. My line is very wide into the first corner in order to then get a good run through the other two corners. But I think it's technically actually faster to take a tighter line, slightly slower, and rev up faster. Like you covering less distance, you can get on the power sooner. Whilst I can get on the power further away, and perhaps actually go through that particular corner faster, the amount of time it's taken me to actually do that, the slowdown in terms of the entire lap, I don't think it's actually worth it. And the penultimate corner, the sweepy right-hander going underneath the bridge, I can gain probably 3/10 there as well. In that one particularly, it relies quite heavily on me having both rear tyres warm. If I can get that, then I can get my times down to the low 57s. I'm not going to be doing any more races on this particular track because I've got other stuff to do with my life. But at least I've been able to see, ascertain and understand where it was that I lost the time on this lap. And I will be able to improve for wherever I feel like in the future. I don't think there's anything else particularly to cover on that race itself. Perhaps that I should be more of a racer and I shouldn't let people through as easily as I do, but as far as I'm concerned, once I'm damaged, I'm not going to ruin someone else's day. There's no point in me doing that. Maybe you guys might feel like 12 minutes worth of watching me struggle is not worth your time, but I'm going to upload it anyway for my posterity, my history and my collection, my records, I should say, rather than specifically for your entertainment. Anyway, right, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit.